Nkata Rampai. You're watching 4 Brown Girls on News 24 Live. Now I'm joined in studio by my 3 beautiful brown co-hosts, Bongega Masango, Nakolo Mafu, and Sumaya Gaza. And today we're going to be talking about appropriate relationship behavior on social media. Now we all know those people who flood our timelines with hashtag love lives here, celebrating 1-month anniversaries, and literally just being plain annoying. So we're going to get right into it. Nox, can you show us some idea so our audience knows what we're talking about?
So obviously everyone who has like social media knows that they're those relationships that just like every moment, every toothpick that they pick up together, every dinner date is on there. So like we were flooding Twitter and just seeing what's popping there. And if you just even look at half of these things, like Instagram, hashtag love lives here, relationship goals, we saw pictures of people on the gym and like people cradling each other. Guys, more than like thousands of pictures of people doing really unnecessary stuff. And like I had to ask myself, like, who are you doing this for? Like there's an interesting tweet here from, let me just get this correctly. There's a tweet here from a Miss Cools who says, putting your relationship on IG is basically setting yourself up for being timed on how long love lives here lasts. And I think that's so true. Like, I spend half the time being like, I'll see when that ends.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's really stupid. It makes you look stupid because, first of all, if you one of those people who have like short-lived relationships, you literally go on Instagram and 26 weeks ago you were dating one person, and then 10 weeks ago, and then, oh wait, 2 hours ago. It just makes you look stupid because now we have like an entire timeline of who you've dated when and when.
BK, what do you think?
I think it's quite annoying, but also I think it's a little bit embarrassing, especially when you break up, because now awkward, because you were telling us so much about how great life was, relationship goals, love lives here, kumnandi, and then sekuphelile, what's gonna happen?
But I think it's interesting though, because a lot of people would actually argue like, so what? It's me and my man, and at the moment, like, people don't take like physical photos of things, you know what I mean? So like, my Facebook is a memorabilia of what we did, and like, me and my boyfriend will always remember like kind of what happened at the time. So I guess for a lot of people who are like madly in love, and I've seen with married couples, they really go in on like social media.
So then in that case then, what is the appropriate like amount of stuff that you should post, if any at all?
I think we need to understand that there's a difference between being secretive about your relationship and being private, and like there's a blurred line, but the line is there.
But what is blurred at this stage in our lives? Like literally, you go to the toilet and you'll take a picture there. Like, you know, we're at a point right now where privacy or like all those things are like, they really don't exist anymore. Like you said, it's blurred, and people will really start to defend the fact that, but I'm sharing my life. It is my hashtag. I don't know.
But why? What are we supposed to do? I understand you maybe saying, this is my folder, I'm keeping this as a memory. Facebook is like my, what's it, a memory book? What do they call it? A scrapbook, online scrapbook. Sure. But you telling us, oh, Smang Mum came and gave me breakfast at work. That's not a scrapbook. That's you wanting me to like and retweet. I'm not going to do that. I don't care.
You know, I think it's sweet though. Like in some instances, it might be annoying, but it's also really sweet to see that like these people, you know, they're professing their love for each other and they're so proud to be openly in love with each other. I think it is annoying at times, but I think it's really, really cute.
But it's sweet to who though? To me, who I'm clicking.
You sound sour.
I'm not.
You sound like a sour woman who's like, I don't have no love, I don't need to see. But that's the thing, guys. There's like this picture now on Instagram, if you see, like, they're underwater and they're kissing and all that stuff. And for me, it's when it starts to get too sexual. And like, you know, when people are in bed and you can see things have just popped off and they're like, waking up next to, and I'm like, hold up.
Waking up from what?
Talking about the glow.
You know, and like, those are the things, I guess, when people are openly like descriptive about like, you know, it just went down or whatever. But I mean, what's the difference between putting it online and them like snogging in the club?
Okay, but also when it comes to these pictures, like the underwater one, number one, you have to take many takes to get that. Number one. Number two, you're swimming, you're just like, okay, this way, and then they take the picture, then you look at the picture, you change the picture. It's not authentic anymore. You're obviously doing it for a reason, and the reason isn't always your relationship, because you guys want to keep the memory. Sometimes literally is just for Instagram likes, and if your relationship is based on Instagram likes,
you know, I read a New York Magazine article, and they were actually saying that according to studies, they've shown that couples who actually feel insecure about their partner, to feel like, you know, they're not sure if this person is into me or whatever, they're actually the people who post a lot on their relationship. Like, either they'll pretend to be, it's overcompensating pretty much for that insecurity. It was actually interesting to see that, like,
that's
that
basically
study
what
said
social
that.
media does, though, because people choose to put out there what they want us to perceive. So you don't really see how they actually feel about the person. You see what they want you to think is happening. Oh, we're so happy, we're so in love, and then when they break up, it's all wiped out.
Look, I mean, I think it's a limited way of seeing things, because like I get what you're saying, and yeah, sure, like there can be that kind of insecurity, but a lot of people, guys, engage with like social media a lot differently from, let's say, you and I. Like, I could tweet like once a month. Some person is tweeting like 17 times in an hour. So their kind of expression of like, me and my man, we went on a walk, they may be fighting in the club, but at that moment, it's about
It
that.
was bliss.
You know what I mean? It was bliss. It was like love lives here, and people love love. I'm noticing a lot more like younger people who are like enjoying being in a relationship and being with someone, and are flossing that in sometimes ways that I'm just like, wow, it's really tough being single. It's a celebration in itself, which I think is also quite cool.
Tricky thing about that, though, is that, okay, yeah, you're enjoying your love and all of that, but people know the pictures you're posting, and some people know you and the
And your
person
real
you're
situation.
dating. And then when a nigga's cheating,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, does love really live there?
Yeah.
I know where it lives because I live there too.
And that's where the cheating game starts. Oh shit, literally.
So do you think that, like, by oversharing, you actually putting your relationship at a risk of people being like, oh, I also want to go where love
Absolutely.
is?
Possibly.
Because you're saying love lives here, but you're saying it in a medium where everyone doesn't live where love is. So you are showing us the direction, and we are there.
But
Come
guys,
on.
are you telling me now, if I get myself bae loves me, things are popping off, I need to be literally like walking around here like this, love, I can't be happy, I can't show him, because scoundrels and these hoes ain't loyal. No ways. I don't think that's fair. Yes, people aren't like, we're complex. Like, no one's going to be like one kind of way. You're not going to display love in a certain way. But if I want to express it in a way that's like loud and like on social media, let me have my fun. But the thing is, I've seen that cheating thing, that the minute you tweet, all of a sudden Instagram, it's like, where is he?
Yeah.
Where is he? He disappears because the nigga done cheated though.
Yeah, that's true.
So, yeah.
Okay, so then, now if you're in this relationship, you've been oversharing and #love lives here, everything is cute. What happens when you guys break up? Do you remove everything and be like, I am done with this person? Or do you keep it until the next person? What happens? What is the right thing to do?
Yeah, this is baggage, hey.
This is a tricky one. I used to have a girl on my Facebook who, she was the love lives here girl, like poster child. She had a whole folder, like a whole album, me and my boyfriend, wada. Okay, it ended, but she kept it there for a little bit, and then she started dating some other guy and kept posting. And I recently went on her Facebook, and the old me and my boyfriend album is gone, but the new me and my boyfriend album is there. So now that's the tricky bit. You putting your life out there, and then when it's done, I can see it was a scrapbook. A scrapbook's supposed to be forever. Now you're deleting your scrapbook.
But it's a digital scrapbook.
This
because
is-
you can delete it.
But then what's the point of it being a scrapbook?
But the
then?
thing is, you delete your scrapbook, we remember you had that scrapbook. So you still look stupid at the end of the day. You will always look
But who
stupid.
am I looking stupid to? At
The
that
people
time,
you were trying to look fly to.
Exactly.
But I was expressing my love
There
for
we go.
whoever I'm
There
with
we go.
and our happy times of bliss.
Yes.
Obviously, shit happens and like we
And
no
we
longer in love.
remember. We remember.
But the thing is, I think it's not okay. Look, I'm weird about like, you know, the deleting thing. Like, if you had someone there and you Instagram, I'm quite private, so I don't think I would be as loud as in like, oh, woke up next to bae. But I've seen it happen, and all of a sudden, if you go to like 4 weeks later, there's a gap. But like, that's you dealing with your own feels. You know what I mean? So like, if you want to delete that part of your life, and somehow like, I feel like social media is like a hologram of your life. So like, you want people to like see you in a particular way. If you've moved on and you don't like the presentation of it on social media, get rid of it, babes. Who's gonna get in your way? Like, and also, why is it hacking other people so much that I deleted it? I was in that space then, and now I'm just not. So I think it's unfair to like pin someone based on that. But also, who's saying that?
All right then. So in one final conclusion or one thought, BK, what do you think about oversharing and
I understand people making social media their scrapbook and you trying to keep it as a memory or whatever, but it's not necessary for you to then now post things to your bae on Facebook when you have your bae's phone number. I mean, you dating that person gives you the luxury of having them on other mediums other than public mediums, because now you're no longer saying I love you because you actually love them, but because you want other people to see it. So I think have good reasonings for doing it.
And you, Knox?
Girl, I'm all about do you. Like, if that's works for you guys and it keeps the spark, do it. I just think that don't be shocked when people are commenting when love doesn't live here, because there's other women sitting there. So it's a matter of knowing why you're doing it. I'm all about do you. If you want to flex, babes. It's good.
And you, Sumaya?
I think you share and you overshare. If you want to overshare, just know that we'll remember. And you're gonna look stupid. You're gonna look stupid.
And you had to actually, I want to know.
Well, I mean, there's a limit.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand what BK is saying, that, I mean, you can't be like, on Facebook, bae, I love you, and bae is next to you. Why can't you just look at bae and say, bae, I love you, I love you. But I also do understand that, I mean, it's the same thing as like when you're in love and you want to stand on top of a building and shout, I love you. Do you get what I'm saying? It's the same thing, but maybe you just don't have a tall enough building to shout it off on. So I'm not against doing it. I do think there's oversharing. Like, don't be now, everyone must see, even after you and bae are done babsing, me and bae. You know? Like, yeah, don't do that. So there you have it, as we've been talking about appropriate relationship behavior on social media. Tell us what you think in the comment section below, and we'll see you next time.